This program is brought to you by UCKG.
I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter.
If you want out, that's fine with me.
Welcome to your program Problems and Solutions. It's a pleasure to be with you. Very good evening to everyone. Let's watch right now testimonies of people who conquer through the power of the faith. You know that the power of faith is given to everyone. It's available and is given to everyone who believes. Regardless of your religious, of your problem, of your background, the power of faith is available to you. What you need to do is to grab your opportunity, hold your chance, and decide from today on to change your life. Let's see how these people overcame, and we'll be back with you straight after.
Shawnce Clayton enjoys today a fulfilling life with her husband. But several years ago, she was struggling with several issues like illness and depression.
Devastating. My whole life was a mess. Drug addiction and alcoholism. I had so many physical problems, and of course the depression just got worse. Really destroyed. I felt so desperate, so helpless. So helpless. My name is Shawnce, and this is my story. I had relationship problems. I had pretty much everything you can imagine. I had depression, suicidal thoughts. I also had a relationship that lasted 10 years, and I thought I was going to get married. And then I got a call one day from my boyfriend stating that, I'm not coming home.
Her usual sadness became depression when a boyfriend she really loved broke up with her through the phone.
What are you saying? I mean, I thought we were happy together.
I'm not coming back.
Are you joking?
No, I'm never coming home again.
No, I don't.
So, of course, that made the depression even worse. So my life just got worse and worse. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, it gets worse. I had a migraine headache because I had chronic migraine headaches. And this one was so bad. I mean, it was pounding.
On top of all that sadness, Shawnce suffered from terribly painful chronic migraines that she could not mitigate with anything.
I'm like on the verge of, vomiting. It was bad. So when I met my husband, it got worse. He wasn't my husband yet. He was a boyfriend.
Shawnce found another boyfriend, and she loved him. To her dismay, this caring man was also addicted to drugs, to a degree where he couldn't help or control himself. Everything seemed to go wrong in Shawnce's life.
I'm addicted to these things. Oh my God. Please just help me.
Then I said, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? In the end, I ended up doing witchcraft. In my mind, I was so desperate. When you hit rock bottom, you're like, you'll try anything.
Shawnce was so desperate, she tried witchcraft as a last resort. But of course, that didn't help in any way, shape, or form, and it made everything even worse.
So I tried it, got involved. Did I get any better? No, I got extremely worse. What happened then was it got so bad that I became so suicidal that one night I almost, took my life. I wanted to take a bunch of pills because at that point I was taking so much medication.
Shawnce Clayton couldn't handle all that sadness and suffering anymore, and she was really close to doing something terrible. Fortunately, she was strong enough to keep fighting on.
And that was the night I was going to commit suicide.
One day, she received a pamphlet in the mail with information about the help center. Finally, a little hope appeared in her life.
It was a flyer. It was more than that. It was like a pamphlet, and it had all these testimonies. But the cool thing was that I was looking at it, and I'm like, wow, this is heavy duty. So I made up my mind. I said, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to go. One last thing I'm going to try.
I will trust in you. I will trust.
Gosh, I felt so good the day that I was stopped suffering from all of this. It was like a whole new life, a whole new chapter for me. My husband overcame that addiction. We got married a year later, and we're still married. We're going to be married 13 years next month. My advice is, anything that you want out of life, you have to work for it. It's not an easy fix. I never knew could exist. Me, change, completely leave the past behind, all those illnesses, all the sicknesses, all the hurts, the frustration, the disappointment, all that's gone. God knows what's going on, and He knew that once I came that I would give my 100%, I would give my all.
Shantse and her boyfriend both started to change and get better thanks to the intelligent faith. Eventually, they married, and now they are a happy and healthy couple with their sights in the future.
I will trust in you.
The soul in this world is despised. In the spiritual world, a priceless treasure. At this exact moment, there is a battle between light and darkness for it. On the one side, there is God, and on the other, there is the devil, both waiting for each person's decision. The human being fights, works, and does everything in order to secure their future. They invest in having a beautiful body. They seek knowledge, education, achievements. However, they forget about their soul. While this world sees a person like this as being intelligent, proactive, and successful, the Lord Jesus gives them another name: fool. This night your soul will be required of you. Then whose will those things be which you have provided? The soul does not have color, gender, or age, but it is there inside of you. When you experience pain, it is actually your soul that feels it, so much so that when someone dies, you can do whatever you want with their body. It will have no reaction. It is the soul that expresses the feelings of a person. However, different from the flesh that returns to dust, our soul is eternal, although there are many who are departing from this world without worrying about this. This site shows the count of deaths worldwide in real time. The timer does not stop. It is estimated that by the end of the day, about 150,000 people will have died. Here is the big question: where will these people go? In the dispute of your soul, the one you serve in this life wins. If it is God, then the angels will carry you to eternal joy. If it is the devil, the demons will take you to eternal torment. Immediately after your soul leaves your body, someone will come to retrieve it. This is what pains God. When He looks at the world, He sees people who are lost, deceived and disobeying His word. As if there were no tomorrow. They fear man-made laws, even more than the laws of God. It is a pain for God to see so many souls going to hell for having chosen to live in this world far from Him. The devil works to hide this war from human beings, filling their minds with the worries of this world, so that at the end of life, he can reclaim their soul for all eternity. What value have you been giving to your soul? All the achievements of this world do not make up for the loss of salvation.
I I suffered a breakdown and I also had depression. I kind of lost my way in my life, and I didn't really have very much confidence in myself. I started to get panic attacks, and I think that's what led to the breakdown. But I was also dissatisfied with my life, and I felt in a rut. I knew that I had to change myself, but I didn't feel that I had the strength to do it. There was a gap of a year, and I was building myself up, and then I started to come to the church. From when I started coming to the very first meeting, I just felt inspired and empowered. From then on, I started going 3 times a week. I was gaining all this knowledge in practical ways, you know, how to use things to develop a confidence in myself and a faith in myself that I could do things. Now I have dreams for my life, and I'm going to become a potter. I'm going to buy a bit of land. I'm going to build an eco house on it. I'm just stronger now, and I'm much more joyful in my life and more excited about my life.
Like these people conquered, like these people were able to turn around their problems and turn the problems into a solution, come out of this darkness, the same way can happen in your life. Because these people that you saw the stories are not better or worse than you, but they use the power of the faith. This power of faith that I told you before, that is available for everyone. Many times you say like this, but my faith is not big. Many times you say, but my faith is not big. I'm not a person with so great or with a so big faith. But Jesus even said once that if you have faith as a mustard seed, and you know that a mustard seed is something so small that is difficult for you to see it. And Jesus said, if you have a faith as a mustard seed, you can do great things. You can even move mountains. When Jesus said that, Jesus was saying for us to understand that we don't need to have a big faith, because sometimes you are so oppressed with your problems that your faith literally is weak. But if you take the weakest of your faith, if you take the smallest as your faith it is, and you decide to apply your faith into God, the one that can change your life, surely that your life will be totally transformed. And the greatest, the worst is your problem, but the greatest of all is that this faith is given, is for free, is for those who believe, because these people who believed, and that's why they came. And if you believe and you come, surely that this faith will be available to you. You are our guest to join us and attend one of our chains of prayers at the Universal Church. And every day our doors are open. But especially Friday, we have this special prayer against all negativity forces. And if you are a person that you are victim of a negative spirit, you know, my dear friends, you have here the opportunity for you to turn around this situation and to make this year of 2023 to be your year, okay? You are our guest to join us. In Stockholm, you can visit us at the Birger Jarlsgatan 106. We are very near to the t-bana Tekniska, and we are open every day. And Friday now, 7 p.m. we'll be here together. If you are watching in Göteborg, we are there at Sunday at 2 p.m. And the address is Ringögatan 13, Infart 7, very near to Bacaplan. For more information, you can visit our website, www.uckg.se. Grab your opportunity, and surely that something new will take place. Have a wonderful night. May God bless you.
I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter.
You want out? That's fine with me!
This program is brought to you by UCKG.